Hey everybody, it's Paulio Jr. I know it's been approximately 4 months since I've actually made a video and uploaded it to YouTube. Been rather busy, and the one topic that actually popped in my mind today was basically the top four applications for either Apple or for your Android device in which you can send and receive money from either a friend or from a customer, for whatever goods and services, anything like that. And this would be probably more oriented to people you know, who don't have any cash on them and and they owe somebody money. So, obviously the old school way would be, to send them give them a check if you didn't have any cash. And I guess even PayPal, now that that's been around for so long, pretty much since eBay came out in the late 90s. So, but what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going through my top four from my personal least favorite to my favorite one. So, and I will be starting with the Google Wallet, which, like I said, is supported by any Apple iPhone and any Android device. And so, whenever the person sending the money doesn't incur the fee, and this is for all of them, but the person receiving the fee gets a 2.9% fee, and that's with a credit card or debit card payment. And all of these listed above here, you see Google Wallet, PayPal, Venmo, and Square Cash. They all have, when you do a bank account transfer, so when you're transferring the money to your bank account, it is actually free. And then the one big thing with Google Wallet is that you can attach your payment to any Gmail message, which is pretty cool. But there's really nothing that stands out with Google Wallet other than it just being owned by Google. So they obviously have, what's nice about it is, like, okay, if you already have a Gmail account, a Google account, then you can sign up for this really easily. And that's probably the biggest benefit to having Google Wallet. And I don't use Google Wallet. I never would. So I'm going to just take that one off the tab right now. But it is an option, and sometimes it does come pre-installed on a lot of Android phones. But like I said, it is compatible with iPhones as well. The next one is PayPal. PayPal has been out for 20 plus years now, as far as being able to use it online, and it's used every day for people who are selling things on eBay. And it's just how it's set up with them, since they're now a partner company. They're not owned by eBay, but it's still the easiest way for you to receive your payment. PayPal is also compatible with Android and iOS, and is actually also has an app for any Windows phone. Pretty much the same thing with Google Wallet, as if you do a credit card or debit card payment. It's 2.9% plus 30 cents for doing the actual transaction. Bank account transfer is free. And the biggest thing for PayPal is that it works overseas, and that is probably where they would go above and beyond as far as setting themselves apart from the other three that I'm talking about. And so it is actually the most commonly used way of sending money to people is PayPal, and that's the best part about it, is if you are purchasing something across seas, is that PayPal has that capability where it'll do the exchange rate automatically, and you're able to receive the money, and it's in your bank account pretty quickly too. So I just not a big fan of the 2.9% plus 30 cents for actually just using PayPal, but it is extremely convenient. It's on 3 different platforms, and also including being able to use it on the web, like how I'm looking at it right now. I can do the same thing I could do on the app. And like this one, the same thing, transferring to a bank account is free. So PayPal is definitely the most popular one and the most used one, and it can be used overseas. So that's really what separates them from the rest. The next is one that's actually Venmo. It's actually been out for a couple years now, but I actually didn't even start using it until recently, and simply because a lot of people that I have, a lot of contacts that I have, use Venmo, and people are lighting fireworks outside of my house right now on July 11th. So, so with Venmo, it's almost like it's very similar to, if you can see over here, this is what it would display on your phone. Is you have the option of basically making it public. Your payments that you're sending or requesting can be made public, or they could be made private. Google Wallet, PayPal, and Square Cash were all private, but Venmo is, kind of like the Facebook for these guys. So you can actually sign up with your Facebook, and the same with all of them is you can link, when you're sending money, you can link your credit or debit card, or you can link your bank account to it. This is where these two really stand apart, and what I really like about Venmo is that you are able to send, you can send money to each other for free. There are absolutely no fees at all. You get whatever money is sent. If you send $48.02, you will receive $48.02, and you can put that directly into your bank account, which is awesome, fantastic. So, and the big thing here on the left here is that they have a news feed list of your friends' transactions, so you can actually you can write little silly things on the left hand side. Like for the one thing I asked for a utility bill, but instead I wrote for catching all 151 Pokemon or something stupid like that. So there are no fees for this at all, unless you were doing something for a business or buying goods and services. So if you have somebody that you are doing that with, they can actually set up a personal account, and you can just send them the money personally, and they will not receive a fee on top of that, which is excellent. Both users do need a Venmo as well as the rest. Both, if you're using Google Wallet, both users need Google Wallet. If you're using PayPal, both users need a PayPal. And if you have Venmo, both users need Venmo. But sending through Venmo, the person receiving it will not encounter any fees, which is fantastic. And you get to see who's sending money to who if you're really into that. And last but not least is Square Cash. And Square Cash was something I have Square for my company, but Square Cash is fantastic. So if you do have a Square account, you're already good. But with Square Cash is the only one that you do not need an account to receive the money, which is fantastic. So the person who is sending the money does need the account, does need the app. Same thing. It is accessible on the Android and any ISO device, but there are no. But this is all strictly personal. So it's not even for any businesses or anything like that. You just send it directly to them. That's it. They receive the money, the exact amount, no fees encountered, and whoever receives it, they basically receive a link. So if they have the Square Cash app, yes, it's easier for them to just transfer it. But they do not need the Square Cash app, so you can send them a link via text, via email. They click on the link, they input their debit card number to receive the money, and then that's it. So there's nothing else further that the end user needs to do. So it's just the initial user has Square Cash already linked to their checking account or credit card or whatever it may be, and then from there they're just sending X amount of dollars to whoever it is. So if somebody were to even just wanted to send me money to pay for a service that I provide, they could use Square Cash if they had it. And I actually found it from a customer, and he sent me the Square Cash, and I received it in a link. I didn't use my Square Cash app, or I didn't have it at the time. I received the link, I put in my debit card, and the money was in my bank account in like 2 to 3 days. So, in order, trying to make this video as short as possible, Google Wallet at number 4, PayPal being number 3, Venmo being number 2, and Square Cash being number 1. Square Cash being number 1 simply because whoever you're sending money to does not need the Square Cash app or any login information. All they need is a link and a debit card, and they are good to go. PayPal is obviously, like I said, the biggest one and the most frequently used one, and Venmo is just kind of this, the one that's been, gaining popularity over the last couple years, but still you're able to send and receive money for free. So that's where those two, the Square Cash and the Venmo, are in my top 2, but Square Cash being number 1 simply because the end user does not need an account to receive the money. So if I was going to use any of these, I would at least have Square Cash and Venmo on my phone at all times. As always, since these things are linked with your bank account, make sure you have a really, really secure password that nobody's going to guess and that you will remember. And that's really it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was just something more informative, and I hope it benefits anybody who watched this. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll try to get some more videos up soon. Peace.